Okay, walking up in here, I heard a crack. About 10 minutes ago when I walked up in here, and I'm just now to where I heard the crack at. Look what I'm looking at. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm trying to save the batteries because it's cold out here. But got up in here, heard that crack. Look at that. It's twisted to the right too. It's kind of twisted. It's twisted this way. It's a healthy tree too. Let me get my zoom all in. Now you can see it's a healthy tree. And it was just done about, I'll say about 15 minutes ago now. So all I heard was that break. Very interesting. Very interesting. So, something's in here. And ain't no bear gonna break a damn limb like that on a tree like that. That's freaking fresh, man. Look at that. Look at that. That's a right twist. Okay. I gotta change batteries here because this one's getting ready to go dead because of the cold. So I should be back in a few minutes. I want to show y'all something. Now, you know when it rains, the leaves turn over. But on a locust tree, a locust brush, they don't change. So let me show you something. I'm gonna walk down this ridge and show you this. This right here is fresh. I hate walking down this ridge. Let me show you what squashes do when they come in. I'm following tracks now. This can be very interesting. That's too late in the creek. Okay. You got the leaves are flipped up right there. See how the leaves are flipped up? Right there. Let's see. Right now. Now, look right here. Look right there. That was just done not too long ago. So right now, they're over in there somewhere. They grabbed it on the way down and broke it. Now if you look over here, I'm gonna kill myself first. Look at all this here. All that right there. They're in here. They're definitely in here. That crack wasn't no more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes now. If you look over there, you see the same thing. If you look over on that side. Right over there, you see the same thing. All through there, right there. Right through there. Everything's twisted backwards. Now, I gotta work my way up this damn ridge again. You know, but there's a lot of places for them to sit. Watch that ridge there. They can sit over there. I'll probably watch right now. All through there. Got pine thickets, hardwood, and softwood all combined together. It's really fascinating. Alright, see if I can get up this ridge without killing myself. But see, like I say, you gotta be very observant on stuff. The nature, the trees. Look at the leaves. Everybody knows when it rains, maple tree leaves will flip upside down. You know, will flip upside down. And laurel brush leaves don't do that. And sumac trees don't do that. But I found a lot of stuff flipped over when it's not supposed to be flipped over, especially when the sun is shining and everything. So right now, I ain't being watched. I will further down here I go, I will get some knocks probably, but not right now. So that's what it looks like from here. You know, I've done been to the top of that ridge right there. It is so damn blasted thick up in there, it's pathetic. You know, but I'm not even halfway back to where I called a marker tree. There's another half mile to go to get there. But I was with my buddy. Squatches walking right across the top of the ridge there. And they wait till I get past them. And they start knocking. And I get another knock in front of me. Or beside me. Well, see, behind me, beside me, in front of me. Then I take my buddy back up there where he was sitting. And sure enough, there was a chunk of wood that had been beaten against the tree, the trunk, where he was laying, sitting. Not even 2 minutes after he left out of there, coming down the ridge. It's pretty damn interesting. Whoop. Whoop. It's right here. Right there. See how they're bent down? Well, look at the log on the ground. Look at the log. Why should that log's been there a while, but them trees ain't. That's what I'm talking about. People's got to learn to observe. Look what they're looking at. Think what a squash does. It's a marker of some sort. That breaks right there. Way down through here. Very intelligent creatures. Every time I come in here, I'm learning. So I've learned a whole lot by now. And I've learned to read them to a point. If they're not over here right now, they're over there and they're walking that ridge watching me, seeing what I do. Look at this. There's right there. Let's see, let me get zoom in. Where's that right there? Look at that. Yeah. And here. Where'd it get right there? That's fresh. That is really fresh. Hell yeah. See, like I say, so apparently I'm in the right spot at the right time. You're watching me. Ushka! Yate! Yeah. Right there. Yeah. One right here. Right in front of me. That tree go right there. There's that big tree. Look right there. Right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah. Now look how far it's from the ground. There's the ground. Followed back up. Okay. Zoom it in. That's a good 6, 12, that's a good 16 feet higher from the ground up. And I'm 5 foot above elevation. I'm on a trail. So actually it goes like this. It goes down and then straight in. You know what I'm talking about? So they're in here. They're making some real fresh signs. I've really got to dig them, man. You guys got my respect. I just heard a knock. I need to find something to make me a knocker with. That's old. That's old right there. That's old. Across here. Okay. And I'm seeing tracks, but I could either or, you know, but I gotta put my tracking skills to work here, so y'all excuse me for a minute. I know I'm pointing at the ground. There you go. Right there. Look at this. Twisted. See how this piece right here, comes around? Now look at this tree right here. Yeah, twisted. Right off. I'm at the right spot today, baby. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is one of the areas, you know, like I say, this is a good ambush area. You know, they could sit right on that ridge right over there. I'll tell you what, let me zoom into a good spot and show you where I would sit if I was going to ambush something with a rifle. Right in there. Got that tree and you got that big boulder right in the center of the screen. Little open spot. Shoot over here this trail. Magnificent. You know, like I say, but they can be watching. They're watching me right now. I feel it. I smell them. I hear something. I really can't determine what it is. I can't distinguish from my left or right side because of the wind. I know, I tell you what, I was up in here last year, me and Joe, and I left my knocking stick back here with a hickory stick. And I put her out the trail behind a tree where no one could find it. I come back a couple days later, I found 2 7-inch footprints and my stick was gone. I'm like, okay, interesting, very interesting. They traveled at the top of that ridge right there, all the way across. And they could watch you. Alright, this is turkey right here. I'm gonna hear a knock here in a few minutes. I just got this weird feeling. I need something hard enough to knock. That'll break. Yeah, right there. You've got to learn to read. Right there. You've got to learn to read. Like that. That's about a 6-footer can do that. And then that break it. But every break is going that direction and that direction. So I'm gonna continue on what I'm doing here. But I think I've done a good job on fighting these guys. It seems like something over is moving. I hear something moving across the ridge here. I can't tell. It might be a bobcat, might be a mountain lion, might be a coyote. Because it ain't got no bump to it. Alright, I'll be right back. Coming down the trail. Yes. It's a healthy tree too. That's a sumac tree. Now we're gonna ease up through here. Tell you what, I must be in the right place today. I smell them. I'm hearing something on both sides. I can't tell what it is exactly. I don't know. It could be a deer because I'm turned, but deer makes a particular walk sound. And I'm listening for human sounds, and I keep saying I want to hear it, but I can't really be sure. So I ain't going to say it is, and I ain't going to say it ain't. I'm just going to all the way along. Look at this. This takes some strength. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there. That right there takes some strength. That's a twist, like this. Like up. It's a twist like this here, twisted toward me. Yeah. Okay, look at this. Right here. Split. All the way through. That, all the way through right there. That takes considerable amount of strength. What they did, they grabbed it this way, and they went this way and twisted it. I tell you what, I pity the fool who tries to mess with this sucker. Well, like I said, you know, they're in here. I can't tell. I only have trying to find a good spot to go squirrel hunting too. All that ridge up in there's got hiding places. They will let me know they're here sooner or later. They always do. I don't know, this might be a new clan that don't know who the hell I am. That's very possible. Very, very possible. All these down trees here that you see is right along the river, or creek there. Look right over there. I want to buck one of those two. Right there. Well, okay, here's that tree right there. Right there. Yeah. Yeah. Another brick. Look how high that is from the creek on up. Fascinating. I might end up doing some rock clacks. Yeah, let me try it one time. Let's see if I can find a good piece here. A little rock clack. Alright. Let's see what happens. No, not yet, huh? I just heard it. Back up in there. Real faint tap. Rock clack. Yeah, cause see, usually these areas out here, I'll come out here in the spring and summer, you know, and I listen. Usually this creek's half dry anyway. I almost lost my hat in the creek. I don't know, I'm sloppy with the camera. But you know, they know I'm here. They know. I'm reading their signs as I go in. And so apparently they're starting to come back down off the mountain and hunt for food, which is cool. There we go. Oh, that ridge up there. Alright, I'll be back in a minute.